Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how to hardwire your dash cam.
Hardwiring has several advantages over simply plugging the cable to the 12-volt socket, such as a cleaner installation with no dangling cables, frees up the 12-volt socket so it can be used for other accessories, turns on automatically once you start the car, and turns off with the ignition off, no issues of loose sockets, enables parking surveillance if your dash cam supports it.
So what you're going to need for hardwiring is you're going to need a 12 volt to USB circuit like this one. It is available online for cheap, like 50-60 rupees. A fuse tap cable. This is a fuse tap cable. What it does is you can tap into one of the fuses in your car and you're going to draw plus 12 volt output from this cable here. Guys, please check the internal fuse box of your car and buy the correct fuse tap cable, as they are available in different types based on the fuse slot. And you're going to need a cable to extend the output of this plus 12 volt all the way to the top. Although this is not mandatory, I prefer having a detachable cable like this, so I can always remove my dashcam circuit if I want to. So this is a 2-pin male and female connector. It's more like a JST connector, and you can quickly isolate the circuit if you want to at any time. So here is a circuit diagram that shows the whole circuit. It's pretty simple. From the fuse box, you are tapping 12 volt using the fuse tap cable, and the output is fed into the 12 volt to USB circuit, and that's the positive side. The ground is connected to one of the car's threaded fastener. So your entire car's body serves as a ground. So that is the negative. And from the USB output, you connect the USB cable to your car's dash cam. So the circuit is pretty simple. Let's go ahead and do all the soldering. Okay, so let's go ahead and solder this joint first. But before that, please remember to insert a heat shrink sleeve so you can insulate this joint once it is soldered. Okay, so now you have two cables like this. You should never twist them this way. Always twist it this way. So this is a very firm joint. It will never come off. So this end is done. Now the other end connected to the positive lead of the circuit. Okay, now if you're wondering which one of this lead is positive, this on the top here where I've kept my thumb, that is a positive lead, and this one towards the bottom, that's the negative lead. So this plus 12 volt connection that I'm going to be tapping using this 12 volt fuse tap cable from the fuse box is going to be used for both the dash cam as well as the auto dimming mirror. There you go. Okay, now before we conclude this, let us quickly connect a cable to check if it is working. I'm rigging up my bench power supply. Turn it on. There you go. So my glue gun is ready. So you can see that I have applied hot glue over the two joints, and that should help protect the joint from coming off. To make it better, what we'll do is we'll also apply some heat shrink sleeve over it. So we have taken a small piece of heat shrink sleeve. Now what we'll do is we'll blow some hot air over this sleeve so it shrinks. Okay, so the USB part is over. Now let's go ahead and connect these two cables. Solder. Okay, so connecting the ground to your car's fastener hole, you can use a lug like this. So this will get, but please check the size of the fastener. In case you need a larger one, you're going to need a larger lug. So that is about it. We have a fuse tab cable here. So this end is going to get connected to one of the fasteners on the cabin light, which I'll show you. This 2-pin connector, it will get connected to this female connector here, and that in turn will give power to this USB output. So you can connect your dash cam, and this one is where I'm going to connect auto dimming mirror. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll route this fuse tab cable all the way from the fuse box, which is located next to the bonnet lever opener in my Honda Jazz, through the side of the dashboard, through the A-pillar trim, below the headliner, all the way till the cabin light. Remember, the fuse tab cable that I have prepared serves two purposes in my car. One is to power the USB dash cam, this one, and number two is to power the auto dimming interior rear view mirror. So let's go ahead and do it. In your car, it is possible that the fuse box is a lot more accessible, like in case of the Volkswagen Polo or the Hyundai i10 Neos, the Exter, etc. So you can simply pry open the fuse box cover and you can access this. So this particular fuse slot, this empty fuse slot, this is what we intend to use, and this one turns off once the car is turned off. So we'll use that. So I've connected the fuse tab cable to the empty slot, as you can see here. Remember, orientation of the fuse tab point also matters. If I reverse the orientation of the fuse tab such that the red wire is coming out from the right side, it won't work. So keep that in mind. Also, I have used an empty slot. You don't have to do that necessarily. You can also tap into a slot where a fuse is already present, but you have to take out that fuse and insert it into the empty slot on your fuse tab cable here, as shown in the image. Now remember, this is that grounding lug which you have prepared, so that has to come inside in the Honda Jazz. One of the cabin lights screw hole is actually connected through a grounding lug, which you can see here. Do a quick test to see if it's working. So there you go, we have the power here. So what we'll do is we'll connect the interior rear view mirror as well and then be done with it. So the trim has been replaced. Remember to have your weather seal properly secured, otherwise there's a chance of water leakage.